What's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna talk about the Premier League. You know how we do on this channel. What a crazy weekend, right? United beat Liverpool. Nobody expected that. I didn't expect that. Did y'all expect that? I didn't expect that. Arsenal squeaked by Fulham. Fulham is not. It's not a strong team down there. It's Fulham. They get lucky sometimes. I guess not this week. City slammed Everton. What are we expecting from Everton, really? Except for that beautiful stadium that they got down there, we don't really expect anything, right? There's a lot of X words in here right now. Let's see. Newcastle. Brighton actually beat Newcastle. That was surprising. I did not expect that. I don't know if y'all expected that. I did not expect that at all. And Chelsea beat Forest. We expected that, right? Yeah. The one thing I'm concerned about with Chelsea, the red cards. We got to get that under control. It's an issue, and I think it's an issue that they have to address pretty soon here before they get more suspensions, which leak into big games, and it becomes a problem. So he's got to get that under control over there. But yeah, what else was surprising from that Chelsea game was Forest immediately fired their coach. What I think is going on with Forest is mismanagement. I think the guy wants to be like Mourinho so bad, but I'm sorry, not Mourinho. The guy the owner wants to be like the Russian owner of Chelsea, Roman Abramovich, so bad, but I don't think that he is him, because I don't think Abramovich fires Postecoglou after that game, but I don't know. It's a difference of opinion, right? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens from that. But I think that owner is too emotional. But we'll see what happens. But the standings are reflecting a good amount of games by now, right? So we're kind of seeing how the title chase is going to shake out. Obviously, Arsenal lead. They usually lead by Christmas, and after Christmas is when they kind of start falling apart. After that festive period, right? So, we got the elephant on top of the tree. We got Bournemouth and Sunderland. They're surprising people over there. Bournemouth, I'll tell you that. Sunderland too, a little bit. So we'll see how that shakes out. Hopefully, we get a nice little run from those two teams, and they keep surprising Premier League fans all over. But I want to dive more into this weekend by talking about Liverpool's struggles. So Liverpool, I think Salah they shouldn't have renewed him last year, and I don't think they're gonna renew him when it comes up, obviously. And that was a mistake because he's at the back end of it, and you give him a big contract, and you have all these players that are trying to break through. It's not gonna work. You need somebody. Salah's trying to score. You need a winger that's trying to swing the ball in for your striker to eat and build confidence in our boy Isak. And so they got a lot of things to figure out over there. We're really about to find out if Liverpool's current coach, his name is Arne Slot, if he just rode the wave into the title, or if he's a real coach, because he's really about to step in and make decisions now, and we'll see how these decisions will turn out. And he's got a lot of players that have a lot of talent, so you're not gonna go wrong picking, but you just have to make decisions, and you have to, once you pick your decisions, you have to stick with them, because players get their emotions hurt, and then they want to move and all that. We all know what happens. So, but I want to talk more about United, right? So United, they pulled off the win. Maguire, a unbelievable goal. Didn't expect that. But then again, he's tall. So, I mean, center back, I guess some people did. Some people that watched him with Leicester did. So, yeah, they need a few players to step up. And one of the players is former Chelsea player Mason Mount. He's got to get on the field. He's got to get healthy because he's like top 5 highest paid on that squad. And he hasn't played, I wouldn't say he's played more than 15 or 20 games for the club since he signed. So that's pretty bad. But Casemiro is on $350 a week, which is insane, right? But Bruno Fernandes is, of course, captain, on $300K. Mount is on $250, right? Delete, $195. He's a new signing. Hopefully he adjusts well. I think he has very high potential. He just has to work on being faster. If I was United, if I was the coach, Amorim, I would just make him run sprints all day. Just get him faster. That's all I would do. Is just get him just sprinting all day. Just getting him fast. That's all you need to do with that guy. He has everything else. I'm telling you that. But yeah, so they got all these guys, and Maguire is also on high salary. So, if they can get these guys to work out, those are probably their top 5 highest paid. If they can get those guys to really get in there and work out and do their thing, then United can really have a season. I think a good season for them will be like a top 4 finish. I think top 4 finish would be a reasonable good season. And I think the coach can pull it off. He's a very positive guy, and he's young, so hopefully he does. But let's see. I mean, United, if you were going to ask me what's their biggest weakness, I'd say their biggest weakness is midfield. Casemiro's legs have started to go, to give him high wages like they have. I mean, the market would have demanded it, but I wouldn't have personally done it. That's just me. It's just like at the back end of his 30s, he's a depreciating asset. So, on the field and off the field. So, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the midfield's their biggest weakness, because also Bruno Fernandes drifts out, and he's not disciplined defensively. Even though he's the captain, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make that run back always. So he leaves behind a lot of space, and that's what other teams use to attack United, and it leaves a lot of options. So their second another weakness is Kobe Mainoo. I mean, I know people are like, he's young. Yeah, he's young. But like, the fact that he's in there shows that, like, they cannot really, unless he really steps up and excels, they cannot really finish top 4, because they're expecting a huge amount of workload from a young guy. And, this is a position this is the engine room of the team. And, you can't afford to have a guy that's learning on the job, and you're trying to finish top 4. In the Premier League, it's not going to happen. Maybe in other leagues, you could get away with that, but in the Premier League, I don't think you can get away with that. So, considering that, I think they finish maybe top 6, maybe top 8. Yeah, I'll say top 8. Yeah, I think they finish top 8, because their defending is also a little sketchy. So I'll get into that, right? So their defending, they had Martinez. He's always hurt for obvious reasons, and he's undersized. So that in the Premier League, you got other defenders that just pull in for 90th minute, 96th minute corners and head it in, and you got a guy that's, I don't know, he's like 5'6". It's insane. So that's another move that the United board made that didn't make any sense. Like, you don't sign a guy. You're trying to compete for the championship every year. You don't sign a guy that's 5'6", 5'8" to be a center back. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good he is at defending. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, so whatever, right? So they got that, and then they have Delete, who, like I spoke about earlier. I rate him, and I think he just needs to get faster. they need to get rid of Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is bad. Luke Shaw looks out of place. I think he's one of their highest earners too, probably top 10. They need to get rid of that guy. Man, I would have froze him out if I was coach. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he has a great attitude, and I'm pretty sure he works hard, and is in a leadership role, because he's always in the team. No matter what manager, they've always tried to include him. So that just shows you that he has a lot of great character. But yeah, so I think United could theoretically, if Kobe Manu steps up, the league gets faster. Maguire keeps having a great season, could finish top 4, but it's a very high mark, and maybe I see them finishing top 8, generally see top 6. So but yeah, I just want to talk about that, just give you all an overall recap of the Premier League this week, and I hope y'all have a good rest of the week. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever, you don't have to even do all that. Just have a good week.